So can you give me a real example of what breaks when sales and finance are not aligned?
Absolutely. So let's just start with a word, pipeline. What does pipeline mean? No, it's true. So if you sit in a forecast call, pipeline usually reflects an activity from the field, right? So you have your CRO, what's activity, what's moving, what's not, and is the deal moving quick and is there velocity there, and what's the momentum with the customer? Pipeline for finance, what does it mean? It means we're looking at the same thing, but we want to know what translates to predictable revenue, right? What of that percentage of that deal will convert? What might not convert? Like, what does it mean on a company plan in the translation? So the optimal signal for these two is basically like once we know the deal's coming, it converts, then I could have capital allocation conversation. I will know where to invest or not invest because everything is connected to the financial and how to prioritize things. So where it breaks down is, are we aligned on the definition of pipeline? Like, what does pipeline mean? Can it look very healthy operationally? Yes, this is really great. But on a finance perspective, you could say, well, it doesn't translate in revenue as quick enough. Like it's not done early enough. I'm trying to figure out my navigation conversation. So that's where it doesn't reconcile. And so it comes back to like making sure we have shared definitions. So we're aligned. And then at the executive level, like the common language has to tie back. So it comes back, yes, operationally, you have your pipeline, finance, you convert, but how are the both connected to your financial statements? Because a pipeline is a leading indicator to say, okay, like it's going to lead. I'm going to see if I'm going to hit the numbers or not. Is it going to convert in 1 quarter, 2 or 3? But finance role is really how to signal on the outcome that we need to do. So pipeline is an important word, and what it means is really double click on it for each organization.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always the one in the room who gets to bag on salespeople. I love them. They are my people. However, we have issues. So salespeople really like to hold on to a deal. And a lot of times I see a pipeline that is full of hope and wishes and unicorns because the salesperson doesn't want to call that deal dead. And so I see a ton of bloated pipelines. From a sales perspective, I know why it's a challenge. But then can you tell me, for the audience's benefit as well, like from a finance perspective, what is the risk of holding on to those deals and having a pipeline that isn't really based in like what could actually close this quarter?
Yeah. And it's interesting when you mentioned that it's what you're seeing is not uncommon. It comes back to like, you need to create an operating system around it or a structure to make sense of it. So that pipeline is overbloated because you have the right definition of what stage 1, 2, 3, what will convert, what's really sure that will be, it's committed, it will convert, probability is between 80% and higher, or those that are not. So by having inflated and you don't have the operation structure or definition or taxonomy of what really it means, it will never answer the question, so what? So if you don't answer the question, so what, then you can't take the proper actions to convert it. Do you need to pull more marketing dollars or do you need to get a spiff for sales? And therefore, what it means is then you can react of missing your target. And therefore, on the financial outcomes, while you have a lot of missed opportunity and you may be behind competition now. So it has an impact for the whole ecosystem and the whole company. So as simple as is inflated, and I get the concept of carrot and the stick, you're going to, let's sandbag it, it's going to work. But it comes back on financial outcome and be clear and transparent, put a range. Instead of saying it's 100 million, well, what's the plus or minus? What's very sure probable to come or not? What's not? So then we could answer the question, well, so what's next? What action do you help? What do you need to help to convert this one to X to this? So it becomes more like a teamwork, a team effort. How do we get to the finish line versus, okay, well, you do your own thing and it's your target. At the end of the day, we're all going to lose. We're all stronger together. And I love that one.